Away from the voter register, 9 million Ghana cedis has been injected into the tourism industry to boost growth following the harsh impact of COVID-19. Taking her turn on rolling out guidelines for the tourism industry, Barbara Oting-Jesse indicated the money will be accessed by industry players hardly hit by the pandemic. The facility is being paid by the World Bank under the Ghana Tourism Development Project. Barbara Oting-Jesse announced this at this morning's COVID-19 update press conference at the Information Ministry.
Of December, registered 100% occupancy. Arts and craft dealers at our arts center also reported a doubling of their sales in 2019 compared to the year 2018, as well as our car rental services, which registered increased patronage. However, the gains have been eroded by the coronavirus pandemic. In view of the devastating effects of the COVID-19 on the sector, government has introduced interventions to ameliorate the impact on businesses, and the tourism and hospitality sector is also going to benefit from these interventions. For instance, the stimulus package of 600 million Ghana cedis through the NBSSI to stimulate economic activity of businesses in the SME sector, as well as the 3 billion facility for larger businesses, will also benefit the operators in the tourism and hospitality sector. Also, the ministry, under the Ghana Tourism Development Project, which is a World Bank funded project, an amount of $9 million has been earmarked for interventions to boost the tourism industry. And this will be disbursed $4 million to support tourism sites and destinations development, and $5 million for tourism enterprise support for SMEs within the tourism value chain. His Excellency the President has also constituted an interministerial committee to assess the impact of COVID-19 on the tourism and hospitality sector specifically, and propose a stimulus package to alleviate the impact of the pandemic and protect jobs and ensure the industry recovers post-COVID-19. In order to further support the recovery of the tourism and hospitality sector, the President, in his address the last Sunday, eased certain restrictions on the operations of the sector, and we hereby provide the guidelines in that respect for compliance by all operators. In respect of the food and beverage industry, comprising the restaurants, chop bars, snack bars, highway rest stops, fast food and coffee and tea shops, they may operate with the following guidelines: the display of no mask, no entry signage, and ensure that all patrons are wearing masks on entry, mandatory wearing of masks and protective clothing by kitchen staff, provision of soap and running water and hand sanitizers and disinfectant gels with paper towels at public areas, and the guests should be reminded when entering and leaving to wash their hands as well as use the sanitizers. They are also required to limit the number of guests for dining to 50% of the current carrying capacity of the venue to ensure that adequate spacing for seating and maintaining social distancing of 1 meter can be adhered to. Regular disinfection of surfaces must be done. Where it is inappropriate to use bleach, for instance, for surfaces such as telephones, remote control equipment, door handles, buttons on elevators, etc., alcohol-based sanitizers with 70% and above alcohol must be used. When you have to undertake a buffet-style service, you must ensure to have staff at the food station to serve the guests. You must limit communal handling of serving ladles, and you must change the ladles more frequently, always leaving these items in separate